So tonight, the NHL playoffs finally begin. It's been a long couple days waiting for these playoffs to start, but today's video I want to cover the games that are happening today and just some information on the teams that are involved in the games happening tonight. Essentially, what I want to do is I want to do a very simple breakdown of what I think is going to happen in these series, who's going to win in which game, and then we're just going to keep kind of going through all the games. We'll probably do this between all the different rounds, and then hopefully all the way through the Cup final. The playoffs are shaping up to be a pretty good round one. So let's just get into this. So for game one, we have the San Jose Sharks against the Vegas Golden Knights. So one important thing I want to say about these teams, other than not getting into the specifics of the teams, I want to note their records from January until the end of the regular season. So from January, the Sharks had a record of 25-14-2, and the Vegas Golden Knights had a record of 20-16-3. These teams have played lots before, obviously throughout the regular season, last year in the playoffs, but I think this year is going to be a little bit different. I'm just going to kind of give my opinion, and if you guys have a different opinion on these matchups, feel free to comment below. We can kind of start a conversation with this. So the thing with San Jose, if they can stay healthy, I really do think that they're going to be able to pull through. The hype train for Vegas has definitely dwindled away, and they're not the team they were last year, in my opinion, right? That's just all my opinion. So I do think that if San Jose can stay healthy, if not, this could be a completely different series, and I could be totally off. But I do think that the Sharks can pull this series off 4-2. On to the next one, we got the Dallas Stars against the Nashville Predators. So the Dallas Stars have a record of 24-16-3 since January, and the Nashville Predators have a record of 24-14-4. For this series, I do think it's going to be a hard-fought series early on, although I think that Nashville is going to be able to pull it out. Again, I'm going with 4-2 for the Nashville Predators. I think they have more depth. The top line for Dallas could be trouble for the Preds early on, but I think overall as a team, I think the Predators are going to be able to pull it out 4-2. Next series we have. Now this one's a little bit close to me because my hometown is Winnipeg. We got the St. Louis Blues versus the Winnipeg Jets. So, since January, St. Louis Blues have an unbelievable record of 30-10-5, and the Winnipeg Jets have quite a poor record of 22-18-3. Now, Winnipeg, the one thing to note here, Winnipeg was pretty beat up. You know, they were suffering defenseman injuries. They've had problems with Patrick Laine putting pucks in the net. Now, there's so many factors when I think about this series. St. Louis has had this goaltender come out of nowhere. And Winnipeg, if they can figure out a way to get Laine going, if they can figure out a way to get their defense going as they've had in the past before injuries, I think this could be a really, really good series. Oh man, I've wavered back and forth with this one. And I think, you know what? Initially, thinking about it nonstop, I was looking at the records. I'm gonna pick a dog in this one. Now this is gonna be a beast of a series, but I've changed my mind from my original thought of being at St. Louis, and I'm going with Winnipeg in Game 7. That's going to be a tough series, though, man. That is going to be a tough series. The Pittsburgh Penguins against the New York Islanders. The Pittsburgh Penguins have a record of 23-16-6 since January, and the New York Islanders have a record of 27-16-3 since January. The Islanders have looked way better than they have in the past. They've definitely figured it out this season compared to last season, but I do think that in the end, because of the depth and the experience that Pittsburgh holds, I'm picking the Penguins 4-2, Game 6. The Columbus Blue Jackets have a record of 24-18-0, and the Tampa Bay Lightning have an unbelievable record of 31-9-2. To me, Tampa Bay is the Golden State Warriors of hockey. If this is not their year, I do think that that is one of the biggest upset in hockey history. It has to be. Like the team, from the goaltending all the way to their top line, it's unbelievable. They have such an incredible team. I hope Columbus can pull off this series, but I really don't think it's going to happen with just the overall depth. I think that early on, Columbus is going to take the body to Tampa. That's the one area they really shine. But I just think that in the end, we're going to see the Bolts take over, and they're going to win this series 4-1 with ease. That's what I think. I think that the Columbus Blue Jackets can be able to split a game at home in the game 3 and 4. They'll probably win one of those ones. And then after that, I think the Bolts will definitely take it to them, and that'll be at the end of the series. This is going to be a bit of a shorter video for the 5 games today. We'll do another short one for the 3 games tomorrow. Just my opinion on what's going to happen in the first round of the 2019 playoffs. I'm excited to be watching these games tonight and tomorrow, and we are finally in the postseason of hockey. It's an exciting time. Be sure to comment below if you have something different about these series that you think could happen. Make sure to like this video. That means a lot. And please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy these videos. There'll be plenty more to come. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you tomorrow.